a rabbit over there. Look at all the cows over there, girls.
Wow. Are we going to go down here and look at that property today?
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
Is it going to be before the dinner or after? Well, actually, it's going to have to be after the dinner because we're almost late. Because we were supposed to be there at 12:30. And it's 40 minutes from now.
We ain't gonna be really late.
Really?
It's not like we're going to work, so it doesn't matter if we're late.
Well, I mean, it's an hour and a half this way, or an hour to the property this way, but then you got an hour to the house this way. So, I mean, either which way, it's too far for you to drive.
What do you mean? An hour to the property from the house. I don't understand what you meant.
Okay, the property that I was just talking about.
Yeah, it's probably like 10 minutes. It's probably 10 minutes from where we're going.
No, that's not what I mean, Stephen. An hour from where we live at, or from work, okay? It is an hour from here, from where we work at to McCormick. Alright, and then it's an hour from Nate's house all the way to Daggum, the other side of North, to this new other property.
Yeah, it's about the same distance, I guess. I mean,
yeah, so what's the difference?
There ain't no difference, man. Really.
I mean, I know down the here, when we go down here, this house down here is probably going to be, or this property is probably going to be a no.
Well, I know the one side the realtor said that when it rains, the creek comes up and floods about 15 to 20 acres of the property.
Yeah, well, we don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need something like that. But the other side, it's
that's 46
acres too.
And they're wanting $140,000.
And they want $140,000 for it. But if you can buy all the 92 acres, the whole thing, then you got the accessible to the creek, and that little 20 acres of flood area wouldn't really matter with the amount of 92 acres altogether.
Yeah, but I don't want to live with it.
So
I don't want to live all the way out here.
Yeah, well, in the sand land, that's going to be all nets. I ain't fond of nets.
Well, see, but anyway, either which way, I don't want to live all the way out here. I don't want to live on the other side of North. I mean, if it was over there with where, if it was closer to where my family is, then yeah, I would be more on board with it. But as far as
where is that at?
On the dirt road.
I think that land ain't that far from their place anyway. I mean, it's not that far down.
I don't want to be on that side, because that side, I don't care for that side.
I don't know. I haven't even really been down that way on that side, so in a long time, so I can't even really remember what kind of area it is. I know it's out in the country. That's about all I know. But you got good parts of the country and you got shitty parts of the country, so same thing with the city. But we ain't city folk.
Yeah,
So it's like take the good with the bad kind of thing.
I don't know what. Just tired of looking at
I want y'all to put a comment in the thing below and try to guess what I put in my cup that I bring to drink all the time.
That was so random. That was so random.
Yeah, See if anybody can guess what I put in my cup to drink every time we go and leave the house. I want to see how many people pay attention.
You're a crazy nut. I hadn't even got on there and looked this morning to see if there was any new availabilities. That 15 acres is still in the market.
We're wanting to move. We're wanting to move to the mountains. We're wanting to move to the mountains, but we had to. You got to establish when you go to a new area. You got to establish everything all over again, and that's the thing that we're leery on. As in, granted, making knowing people that ain't that hard to do, but trying to find income if I need to get a job somewhere else or something like that. That's the thing you worry about. Because we don't, we can't go in limbo and not have no money income coming in if you can't find a job fast enough. And technically, if you move out of state like that, you would need to have a job already lined up so when you get there, you can start. But that's just another idea that we had in our brain, and I don't think it's going to lean to that way. But South Carolina is like slim to none pickings for dang anything for sale, and they're wanting outrageous prices for everything. I mean, things that are, and we're afraid to.
There's 11.
Go bid on a piece of property or bid on a house and a piece of property, and then a year from now the economy drops. And just say we owe $200,000 on something, and then we get it appraised 2 years from now, and the thing's only worth $90,000. So then we'll be paying a mortgage for $200,000, and the place ain't even worth that. That's the thing that we're going through our brain.
There's 42 acres.
That's why we're trying to find the best deal for the bang for this day and time right now, because everything's marked up ridiculously high. And I don't know the reason for it, but it's really way too overpriced for certain situations.
Well, how about there's 42 acres in Fairview, North Carolina for $90,000.
I don't know where Fairview is. What's that near?
Like 10 or 15 hops and skip from Fletcher.
Does it have a house on it or no?
No.
That's another thing. $90,000, then you have to add a house, a septic tank, and well. So then you're at over $200,000. Especially if you build a house now. Because a house that's, just say, $90,000 to build 5 years ago, that thing is probably going to be $500,000 to build this day and time, right now. Because the price of lumber is ridiculous. And it shouldn't even be that. If that's the case, all the logging companies need to be making a fortune on selling the lumber to the companies. Because that ain't fair for the lumber companies charging all that money for the lumber. And the loggers ain't getting the right amount of money for the sale of the lumber before it's processed into lumber. Because I don't think their prices went up that much. They might have went up a little bit, but nowhere near as much as a piece of plywood or anything like that went up. A piece of plywood now is like $34 a sheet. It'll cost you over $10,000 to $12,000 to plywood a house. That's including the floor, the walls, and the roof. on just an average size house. That ain't even a really ginormous house. And we don't want something that big. We just want something, you know, that's suitable for us, that we can not be crammed in. We don't want to be crammed. We want to have enough space for, you know, for storage in there, and be able to have a couple bathrooms, at least 2 bathrooms, and I don't know, 3 or 4 bedrooms. We would need to at least have 3 bedrooms, but 4 would be ideal, and then all the kids can have their own room.
Nope. They're the only 2 that agree with you.
But really, one more, but even if you did build a house, I don't know, 1 more bedroom wouldn't really add to the price. It wouldn't. I mean, this day and time, yeah, with the price of lumber, but I mean, technically, it wouldn't. You know, a room, you know, say 14 by 20 or 14 by 17 or something, or 13 by 18 room, it wouldn't cost no money to build, to add on that room. You know, in a normal price of lumber day. But now it's like $1.50 a foot or something. I don't even know what it is. It's a ridiculous amount of money. That's for a 2x4.
Okay.
2x6s are even more than that.
So there's 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 5.37 acres for $89,000. Some ceilings 9-foot carpet vinyl. You want to know where it's at?
Where?
North Carolina.
What?
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
It's that old farmhouse, the one I already showed you. It's 1,400 square feet.
All right, everybody. I guess we'll get back to you in a little bit when we arrive there. Show them the scenery a little bit.
Yeah, we're headed to visit with some family.
Show them the scenery a little bit.
I will show you all the scenery. You want to see the scenery? It's just the road and trees for miles and miles.
Well, show them the scenery. Turn the camera around. I think it's a new one, isn't it?
You can go by yourself to the deck, because I'm not getting all that.
I mean, when we put the new tires on this thing, I mean, it should last at least the length of the tires. The tires only halfway worn out. I mean, little tire thing should just not work.
Yeah, but if you stop the car and put it in park and then put it back in drive, it'll go off.
Yeah, I don't know all that.
Because I did that
You
the
gotta
other
turn some heat on. It's cold. Shoot me. My feet are frozen. I don't know what it is around here. Damn. It's 79 degrees one day and then it's 40 degrees the next day.